Welcome to the AARDY.compare.com YouTube channel for travel tips. I'm Jonathan Breeze, the CEO, and today's topic, Cancellation Insurance Policy Part 1. Well, a cancellation insurance policy can be one of the smartest investments that any traveller makes. We can find cancellation benefits embedded into every comprehensive travel insurance policy. Now, the purpose of the cancellation insurance policy is to get as much of a refund as possible in the event that we need to cancel. And there are a variety of reasons as to why we may need to cancel, but they can be typically divided into three types: tragedy, work, or just because I want to. Now let's look at all three of these. Cancellation insurance policy, tragedy. The trip cancellation coverage is embedded into every policy. It provides you with financial protection. With this regular trip cancellation coverage, you are reimbursed for expenses associated with the airfare and other non-refundable deposits that you've paid towards your trip. This basic trip cancellation coverage is comprehensive and will cover cancellations such as accident, illness or death of you, a travelling partner, business partner or a family member. Also jury duty, legal appearance, traffic accident en route to the airport, death or hospitalisation of your host at your travel destination, weather, job loss or bankruptcy of your travel provider, and typically the refund here is 100%. Because when you look at the list of reasons, whilst primarily tragic, they do not happen very often, thank goodness. So the insurance carrier is happy to have this type of coverage embedded into a cancellation insurance policy without making the coverage terribly expensive. However, as you can see, there is not a great deal of flexibility. Now, we have all had vacations cancelled by work, and from the list you can see that cancel for work is not a benefit listed. So that is the second type, cancellation insurance policy for work. Now, work benefit reimburses you for prepaid, non-refundable trip payments and deposits if a trip is cancelled for unseen work-related circumstances, such as when you or a travelling companion's employer requires a job transfer which requires your principal residence to be relocated, or when you are, or your travelling companion is, required to work during the scheduled trip, or when your or your travelling companion's company is directly involved in a merger or acquisition, or when your or your travelling companion's company operations are interrupted by fire, flood, burglary, vandalism, product recall, bankruptcy, or financial default. Now, this type of coverage will also typically reimburse 100% of prepaid non-refundable costs. Now, we really like this coverage. It's often referred to as cancel for work reason insurance. Now, please note that work-related benefits do not typically apply to self-employed individuals or business entity owners, such as partners of a partnership. Also, there is typically a minimum period that you'll need to have been employed for in order to benefit from the coverage. A regular policy that every traveller insurer will sell is normally looking for 12 months continuous employment with your employer. The policy that an airline will typically want to sell you will need you to have been employed for 3 years, which is a huge disadvantage to the traveller. So how do we solve not being covered for cancel for work reasons on our cancellation insurance policy? Well, that is cancellation insurance policy just because I want to. And for that, come to part 2. Safe travels.